Man, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, there's a lot of shit going on. Nigga gonna send me a video today. Holy, holy. Nigga sent me a video today. I don't even know if I want to talk about it. So when it says act, you gotta listen to Charlemagne. What are y'all talking about? Play that yak. I wait. What we doing? What we doing? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You gotta. Wait. Why I gotta say? I gotta check out. What does Charlemagne say? What are y'all talking about? Wack gonna beat me up? Wack my nigga. Like, what you mean Wack gonna beat me up? Wack the big Paru. What y'all niggas talking about? Somebody says, Act, will you ever YouTube box anybody? Of course I would. The money just got to be right. I thought everybody was getting paid like millions of dollars. I just found out recently niggas haven't. Heard Logan Paul, he was just like, yo, Floyd owe me $3 million. What the fuck? How the fuck Floyd owe you only $3 million? Nigga, you're Logan Paul. That's Floyd Mayweather, nigga. If I'm fighting Floyd, nigga, I'm getting a 10-piece, nigga. Floyd has gotten hundreds of millions. And by the way, reportedly, Floyd got over 50 million for the fight. How Floyd get over 50? You get over 3. You only get 3. Nah, fuck that. Let me just tell you this. And by the way, Logan is super rich, though. Logan's super rich. But the rest of these niggas, I see all these niggas. I see Fuzi just get knocked the fuck out by that nigga Deji. It was about time. That nigga Fuzi was acting a little crazy. Remember when that nigga was going for cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs a couple years ago? Boy called me out, all type of shit. You know what I mean? That nigga was going bad shit crazy. They checked him into a mental asylum. You know what I mean? He came back to his senses, but we never forgot. Anyway, it took some little short nigga from the UK, KSI brother, knock that nigga the fuck out. Get that nigga on top of lumps. Fuzi's a definition of, nigga, whether you take steroids or go to the gym, nigga, it don't mean you can fight. That nigga be looking buff sometimes. I be like, yo, is that nigga on the roids? That nigga got knocked the fuck out, bro. Anyway, y'all niggas say, would I box? Of course I'll box. Yo, here's the point when it comes to boxing. Nigga, first of all, I know I'm a really hated nigga in the space. So when it comes to determining how much it would take for me to box, I'm not about to lowball myself. Real rap. If you want academics to box, right? I was down to box Meek. Matter of fact, most of these niggas, I was down to box like really on some private shit. I hit up Freddie Gibbs to box. What Freddie Gibbs do? He leaked my number. By the way, I'll talk about Freddie Gibbs. I hit a nigga up literally on a private message like, yo, bro, what you trying to do, bro? Like, my nigga, like, every time, like, me and you go back and forth, like, all my social media is getting sanctioned and shit like that for bullying and all that. Like, yo, bro, you clearly got a problem with me. I really never had a problem with you like that, but if it's really a problem, let's just box. What's up? Bro, the nigga put out my DMs and leaked my number, bro. Like, Freddie Gibbs, that's when I realized that nigga wasn't on shit, nigga. That's why niggas is slapping him, taking his chain, robbing him, doing all type of stuff. I recently seen that nigga on Funk Flex. I ain't even gonna speak too much on him. Matter of fact, this is the only thing I'm gonna say about it because I ain't even gonna listen to it. Freddie, you know I got all the time for you because I see everybody, yo, act, respond. Boy, I don't want to hear you on Funk Flex talking about you willing to sit down. I was been willing to sit down with you. I was been willing to meet up with you and do whatever you wanted to do. You never was on nothing. So you don't really want to get no static. You don't really even want to sit down because I've been invited you to the podcast too. You don't really want to do that. Boy, you got an album dropping the 30th, so now you got rhymes and you want to bait me into some shit. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on social media. I treat you like every one of my ops. When your first week numbers come out, nigga, that's when I activate, nigga. You ain't gonna get me hella lit and hella excited before. When your first week numbers come out, nigga, that's when I activate, nigga. Cause I pray to see all my enemies flopped, and all of them flopped. And when they flopped, they all came back to my fucking knees. Y'all can name every single one of them pussy ass niggas. When they flopped, they came back. So I ain't about to play into your little promotional strategy. Nigga, you dropping with 3 other niggas. Kid Cudi gonna win the race. There's 3 rappers of notoriety that's dropping the same date as you. I won't even mention the date. YG dropping that date. Kid Cudi dropping that date, you dropping, and DDG. You might beat DDG. I don't know how YG rocking these days or bracking in the West Coast, but Kid Cudi should win. My nigga, you're not going to use me as no pawn. So whatever diss song you got, matter of fact, I'll announce this right now. The week after Freddie Gibbs Sales is in, I'm going to drop a diss song at Freddie Gibbs. But you won't hear no response until then. Pussy nigga, I will never ever help a nigga who diss me. I know you be like, oh, it's all jokes to sit down. I want to see you fail. Because when I start clowning a nigga on their first week sales, there is no letting up. So, touche. Have your little diss. I got nothing to say about it. And if y'all want to spin this on some social media shit, y'all know how I play with it. There was a lot of niggas who said a lot of shit about me. And I know niggas who try to bait me. Salute to our Vic Mensa. I don't even want to get back into it with that nigga, but shit, that nigga, you know how many times that nigga tried to bait me into shit when he was dropping an album? Yeah, now that nigga giving out gas, nigga, and fucking weed in motherfucking Chicago. Good for you, nigga. But y'all niggas ain't gonna use me for a fucking sale because unlike Drake, who should have dropped a fucking invoice at Pusha T's foot when he indulged in that beef with Pusha T, nigga, I'm just not gonna do it with you. So, Freddie Gibbs, I like your written freestyle. That was cool. I have nothing to say. You got it. Drop your album and let's see the sales. We ain't got nothing to talk about, buddy. I ain't gonna talk about you. I'm gonna tell you exactly when y'all niggas, if you're like, yo, Ack, when you gonna respond? I'm gonna tell you exactly the day I'm gonna respond. His album dropped the 30th. I respond the 7th. A week later. Bro, I don't fuck with niggas who trying to use me as promo. I'm not no fucking clown, nigga. So when your sales drop, I'm gonna be the first nigga to run with that shit. But make sure you just got your ass beat twice in a year, your chain got took, your bitch getting fucked by mad niggas, I'm clowning you, Jim Jones beating your ass. Just make sure you at least sell 60 or 70,000 for all that fucking pain you just went through, nigga. Otherwise, it's a dub. And on the 7th, when the sales is up and final, Akademiks, I got a track. I might drop an album on your bitch ass. Okay? Until then, suck a dick and die, nigga. Anyway. We ain't trying to get no nigga no light. Y'all little rap niggas. That was a strategy niggas tried to use against me a couple years ago. Oh, yeah, we're dropping an album. Let's try to beef with Act. Y'all notice I ain't tweet about it, right? I'm not getting that nigga no attention, bro. I'm just addressing it quickly on stream. If y'all want to hear my response, come back on October 7th. That's it. Y'all will never get no response before. When a nigga I don't like drop an album, I go like this. I close my eyes. I don't talk about him because I want to see that nigga fail. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, we keep going. Shit. It's a lot of shit we should probably talk about. We got to get to the obvious. Nah, this is crazy, Chad. This is crazy, Chad. I ain't even... Chat. Oh. Hey. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to be biased. So. I know y'all come in here for a certain shit. I'm going to just let y'all know off the rip. Y'all ain't finna get it. Hold on, let me just find this shit. Hold on, chat. I got y'all. Don't worry. I got y'all. Bang. Here we go. All right. Holy, this is crazy. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, why can't I see this shit? Hold on. I got this shit. Hold up. What y'all want me talking about? It's all good. Let me know. All right, man. Fuck that, bro. We just got to get to the two, bro. Fuck it. Yo, YouTube, y'all lacking right now, man. We on the shit. Let me see if I can find this bitch, man. They was playing today. Nah, I gotta go. Give me 1 second. What y'all talking about? Okay, I see what y'all talking about. I see what y'all talking about. Hold on, we gonna get to it right now. We gonna get to it right now. We just gotta, like, this is, just give me 1 second. All my people. Humble. All right, bet. I think I can show this. Yo, yo, which one of y'all did my man WACK100 like this, bro? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't appreciate it. By the way, matter of fact, wait, did Wack say this was him? Because if he ain't say this was him, I'm gonna just go with the thing that this ain't him. So my nigga WACK100, you feel me? Hey, hold on. Let me get this on the screen because I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of wild. Pause. Holy. WACK100. Holy. Trying to play with my nigga Wack, dog. Yo, this game is a crazy game. All right. Anyway. All right. Hold on. Nah, y'all ain't about to jump me. Y'all ain't about to jump me on here. Y'all ain't about to jump me. I see y'all. Okay. Y'all catching up on YouTube. I bet. So check this out. Real talk. So my man Wack, right? You know, I gotta address this situation delicately because I know WACK100 has a wife. I've met his wife. I know he has kids. I've met his daughter. They were the utmost of courteous, nice, very beautiful people. And that, at least for me, requires a lot of delicate handling with everything that's going on. So WACK100, who's my guy, unapologetically, he's my OG. Okay? If I'm on the West Coast, you got a problem with me, we'll talk to Wack. Okay? But in reality, I guess somebody attempted or tried to get him caught up. You know what I mean? Wack is the leader of Clubhouse. He's the biggest personality. And I'm going to be honest with you. Wack has a brand that I think has just exceeded Clubhouse at this point. And I think he just enjoys being on there. I really don't know why he entertains it as much as he does. Especially when, you know, if he was legit or serious about making, I think me and my team did a quick audit of WACK100. I think it was back in like February. WACK100 and Clubhouse. And it was estimated that if Wack was using all of the opportunities of monetization that could be open to him, WACK100 could be making up to $100,000 a month by literally and merely doing nothing other than what he does now. What does that mean? He'd be making at least $1 million a year just off of some shit he's probably doing for fun. Now, Wack's the manager. He manages the game. He manages Blueface. He runs a label. He's not starving for money. But Wack has been a content bed and a free content bed that has, if you ask me, allowed Clubhouse to thrive without really giving him his proper due. Again, I don't care about nobody on Clubhouse if it ain't Wack. Wack is the only living, still relevant creator on Clubhouse. And I don't mean to disrespect anyone who's still there, but from what I know, Wack is the only person who I would know their name at this point who's dedicated to that platform. Anyway, let's speed this up a little bit. Wack is also somebody who is he hood. So like he talking hood politics, he talking regular shit. He's in the shit with it. And what happens is that, you know, I think everybody around him, like I met this dope dude, like his name is Reek, and I feel like everybody around Wack sees Wack as their intro to the industry. They want to get they want to be close to him, this and third. Here's what this creates. Wack has a lot of power. He has a lot of power. A lot of power, and these people are looking at him as someone really powerful. What does that normally do? When someone has a lot of power or someone is seen as that important, you basically get yes men. You basically get people who are willing to do anything, sacrifice anyone, or even sacrifice their morals to get around you. So this is what allegedly was said. I don't know if this is true because I can't even verify this video. I think Wack spoke on it, but I won't even play some of those stuff because I think things are escalating. Here's the thing. All of the chicks on there want to fuck Wack. I'm sorry. This is how, and it's not that they probably all think Wack is attractive or whatever. This is what I also was trying to break down to NLE Chopper on a simpleton level. You know what I mean? You can't be a rich millionaire or you can't be a fucking, like, it's hilarious when niggas look at me and be like, yo, Ak, you don't get no bitches. Nigga, I got more money than you. What you mean I could get any bitch you could get? Because the bitch is with you for money. And I got more than you. What you talking about? So at a certain point, money, influence, and clout really almost changes the conversation with everything. So what am I saying? Wack is on here, and Wack is literally a life-changing beacon for everybody on this thing. So all these bitches want him on there, right? Okay, cool. I'm guessing he linked up with a few people. He obviously linked up with Reek, but Reek's a dude, right? He was helping that dude get onto a podcast in the center. And I guess he linked with a few females. Now, from what I know, I don't know if he had sex with these females. I don't know. I don't know, okay? I don't know. But one particular female put up a video after she linked with Wack, but she fell out with Wack. She put up a video of Wack being belly up, allegedly. And we don't know if it's Wack, really. It looks like it's Wack, but we don't know if it's Wack. It could be a stunt double. Might be a stunt double. Like, bruh. Might be a stunt double. Now, there's some audio in it.
And peacefully, I want you to answer this question.
I don't know if that could be a voice changer. I don't know. So they recorded a video.
Did you not call my phone humbly and peacefully? I know.
We don't know if this is Wack. But the ironic and interesting part of this all is that they're saying that Wack is on Clubhouse screaming at niggas while he's ass naked, booty tooted up in the air, laying on the bed. Now, first of all, we don't know if this is Wack. We don't know if this is Wack. And also, we also got to be honest to Wack's character. Wack knocked out 2 white racist dudes, knocked out Stitches, challenged every and anybody to a fade. These niggas don't want it. Wack is not somebody to be played with. But I'm going to be honest with you. I know somebody will be like, yo, Ak, you just trying to take it for Wack. I'm not going to be honest. I think Wack might have got caught slipping. If this was Wack. If it was. We don't know. It might not be him. If it was. Might have got caught slipping. By the way, this happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. And the reason why I think this ain't Wack, because knowing Wack and the advice he usually has for his artists, and shit, me and him have talked. Shit. I remember, and by the way, listen, I'm a loyalty nigga. So I know y'all be like, yo, why are you giving the benefit of the doubt? You know why? Because when niggas was trying to say 2 bum bitches from fucking Florida, when they were like, yo, Act Hard got declined, Act broke. You know who the only nigga who stood up for me? Because that was obviously cap. Was Wack. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to throw my nigga under the bus. Like, I don't really know the full situation. And when I do talk to him, I'll give you an update. Anyway, I was surprised that even Wack's in the situation just because he knows what women will do. and apparently this is a girl who he's been like going back and forth with. If you ask me, this is my summation. Wack is finally realizing that he's not the manager anymore. I mean, he's still a manager, but that's not just his role. Wack is a star. I remember explaining to like my brothers or my mom that I'm like, yo, you know when I link with a woman, she might be trying to record things. She might be trying to get things that she could use later in the public. And they would always just say, no, you're just fucking with the wrong women. But I was trying to always explain to my family, I'm like, it's not that I'm fucking with the wrong women. It's just I'm at that point in my career in life. When they're fucking with academics, they might be like, yo, I'm gonna just get a video. If like I'm gonna get a video of, you know what I mean, I'm chilling with him just for proof. Or I might just, my family just wouldn't understand that. Wack is now popular. And Wack is now going through exactly everything he would advise the rappers or potential people that are signed or managed by him to do. This is why it's interesting, at least for me. I know some of y'all are going to be like, oh my God, Wack is... Bro, it's clear. Wack just slang a lot of dick on Shorty. He's feeling comfortable. Probably shouldn't have done that, right? He's in a hotel, which is smart, right? But I'm going to be honest with you. This is the reason why you got to take Shorty's phones. Like, I've been pretty big on that. You got to take people's phones. But sometimes you feel like you trust someone, and then those people, they'll still have insurance against you. From this particular woman, she said she took this video as insurance against Wack. Insurance. And then decided to leak it, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to go to a thing that we're talking about. It's on Clubhouse. WACK100. Let me see. Wack snaps. Let me see what they're talking about. Here we go.
Oh, listen to me. It's just real shit. Damn. Woo! Let's just keep it real.
Here we go.
A chance to see that. She was overly excited. Oh my God. She met Blueface. Damn, this is how this works. I got a chance to see real production. Boom, boom, boom. I go to the studio, order food for everybody. Everybody eat. Artists show up. She gets her picture with the artist, FaceTimes her family, her nieces, artists, with the artist. We sit down, we do an interview. She runs around the studio. Go ahead on, do what you do. I go in my office, chill for a couple hours. My man called me, tell me, let's have a meeting. I'll meet you in the lobby in the restaurant. I tell her, yo, you ready to go? Or you gonna stay? If she might have would have stayed, one of them other niggas could have dropped her off. She like, nah, I'm ready to go. Actually, I'm hungry. I said, all right, cool. We kill two birds with one stone. I got to meet with one of my business partners. He's a very big business partner. You can sit in on the meeting, ear hustle, learn something. You got some questions, ask her. She sat down, she ate her salmon, she ordered salmon and rice, introduced herself to Steve Marcano. She asked a few questions about shit we was talking about. Cool, right? I never put my hands on her. I didn't ask her for no money. I didn't abuse her. I didn't get her drunk. She didn't wake up and niggas ran trains on her. And at the end of the day, what you get is the minute you turn your back, a motherfucker turn the camera on you. All she proved, bro, is she's a snake. Just real shit. Damn.
Okay, so I guess he's talking about that situation. Hey, let me tell you this. And I think Wack is just realizing that, let me tell you this. It's one thing giving advice, it's one thing being in it, right? Because I'm telling you, Wack probably gave millions of artists, or not millions, but like a bunch of his artists the same advice on how to deal with women like that. But when it came to his situation, he probably treated it differently. You know why? Because honestly, it's human nature. You want to think people ain't up to some fucked up shit. Now, I'll say this, and I ain't here to drag it. Obviously, yeah, Shorty put out a video. She claimed it's Wack. He's fucking naked on the bed. Clearly, he's just donkey fucked her. She's trying to make him look kind of weird because she's like, yo, this is the guy who's always screaming at y'all on Clubhouse. He's fucking naked on the bed, laying on his belly, whatever the case is. Let me just give y'all the reality behind it. When a woman exposes a man, and I've been exposed many a times, a lot of times they think the momentum from the exposal will help them do something in life. And that's the unfortunate part about it. Because again, let me just say this, right? I don't know this particular woman, right? You know, Wack got a situation. He got family. Say this was his side chick. You expose Wack for what? Ack is talking about it, but yeah, Ack's going to make money from this, not you. Nobody knows your name. I think her name's like Meek or something like that. Nobody knows how to find you. Nobody knows what you're doing. You get what I mean? So I always question when people start the exposure shit. Even when they expose me, I'm like, yo, do you think you exposed me and I'm finished? Or did you expose me and now I won't ever fuck with you, but people still won't fuck with you either? So I look at this situation, and I've always said to, a lot of times when I meet people, especially women, because, you know, like, you know, unfortunately us as men, we're usually the victim of women, where a woman could say any story about you and she's going to have some ears, and we're men. We do fuck with women. So it's like, if a girl says some weird shit about you, she'll have some ears. I always say this to a chick. Because I don't have bad relationships, even if we don't work out, is the potential of us having a good relationship worth you trying to expose me? And I look at this with Wack to be like, this girl right here, like, Wack is all y'all lifeline on Clubhouse. No disrespect. We don't care about y'all on Clubhouse. You're a Clubhouse chick. Nobody cares. You just exposed WACK100. Wack is... okay, maybe he's gonna. This is probably old. I think Wack bought his wife, a Benz. I think we seen that not too long ago. Wack, I think this came out a couple months ago, but the video never came out, or the video of Wack on the bed didn't come out. Wack bought like his wife a Benz to apologize. Let me see if I can see it. June 11th. Yeah, it came. Yeah. So Wack bought a Benz, gave it to his wife. I guess maybe his wife heard about this, was tripping. He bought her a Benz. Look, just cop the wifey the new AMG S580. Got to keep the Benz in the fleet. Appreciate y'all. He got his wife something. His wife finally shut up, right? I'm guessing. No disrespect, right? The side chick, she didn't get nothing but dick. Nobody's going to go listen to her other than this story. I always wonder, I'm like, yo, what do women get out of exposing? Like, it's just not that era no more. Like, every bitch be thinking they Selena some shit. Like, you just expose this nigga. You're cut off from him. He's a nigga with the money. No other nigga with money is going to want to fuck with you. What did you fucking gain? I'm sorry. You're just a fucking idiot. You, like, again, maybe that helped you in the moment, but you exposed him that he cheated on his wife with you, but his wife and him are good, and his wife got a new Benz, and all you have is not even clout? You just fucked up. Somebody says naked period while on Clubhouse is acceptable. You're right about that, except Wack owns Clubhouse. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. Everybody on Clubhouse, let me break the news to y'all. If Wack deletes the app, y'all are deleted. So we don't care about y'all that much. I'm sorry to tell y'all. So I don't care if Wack's naked. I don't care if Wack be on the app while he's fucking 20 chicks. Sorry, it's WACK100. He built y'all. He's the only person to hold the app down. Get over it. It's called leverage. Saying how much he paid me. Was you okay, bro? I could have a bunch of jokes about it, but like, damn, Wack, nigga, imagine a nigga screaming on Paru and that nigga naked, belly up. Cool, great. I got a bunch of jokes. I'm just telling the reality of the situation. Nothing's gonna happen, bro. Nothing's gonna happen, dog. Like, you just exposed the biggest nigga on the app. Like, okay. So now you're cut out of the group, but Wack the most entertaining nigga on there. Somebody said ass up, ball head up. It's crazy. No, it's a funny picture. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wack, never again in your life do this. This is funny. Wack, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is hilarious. You can't have the cheeks out. You can't be laying down. You can't be looking to the Hollywood sign. These are facts. These are facts. Wack, you were tweaking. I'm with all of y'all with that. It's just that, put it like this. Wack is a nigga who he's Eminem in 8 Mile. I thought niggas finished Wack when Hassan leaked the audio and they were like, yo, Wack said this about Nipsey. You know what Wack did? Yeah, I said that about Nipsey. So what? And you know what miraculously happened? Nothing happened. So it's one of those things. I'm pretty sure. It feels like he addressed it and probably just said, "Yeah, that's him." I think he just called her a snake. What are you gonna say, bro? Okay, let's all be real, my nigga. I've been flying out bitches for a long time, so I started to adopt policies like you can't go to sleep around them. Okay, 100%. But there was a time, yo, I was around a chick, right? I flew this girl out. So I was with this one girl. This is 2020. Me and Jel came together, like I'm single, blah, blah. I flew this one chick out. She's cool, kind of cool, I guess. She's into like a bunch of threesomes. That's when I was on like a threesome binge. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you wasn't doing a threesome, get the fuck on out of here. Anyway, we fly this other girl out. We're all kicking it, blah, blah, blah. We're in a hotel. I ain't bringing them back to the crib, luckily and gladfully. And anyway, I remember because I've been exposed a bunch of times, I just had this fucking rule in my mind, yo, don't go to sleep. I'm drinking, I'm doing other shit, like, well, only drinking in terms of like drugs, right? Like, so I'm drinking, I'm fucking, I'm doing shit with 2 women. And bro, like, you know, I work a lot. So like, for me, like, I fall asleep really quickly. Anyway, it was late. I fell asleep, like on the bed with the shorty. She eventually, like, I don't even know if she meant to put this out, but she took a picture with the OnlyFans sign over my head, and I'm laying on the bed. I'm knocked out. Keep it real. I'm not, like, I never did no fucked up shit to her, but, like, she kind of knew, like, bro, it wasn't that, so me and her wasn't gonna, like, permanently keep fucking around with each other. Bro, it was opportunity for her. So as soon as, like, you know, I stopped trying to fly her out, bro, she put the picture out. So, like, I've been exposed. You know what I mean? Again, I always look at it and I'm like, what did y'all gain and what did I gain? Yeah, I look goofy in a moment, but we're men. We're getting pussy. Like, what do you want? Like, bro, Adam Levine just got exposed, my nigga. Like, I don't want to keep having Wack's ass on my fucking screen, so I'm sorry. Adam Levine, bro. Like, everybody be thinking dudes are perfect, bro. Adam Levine, bro, like, Adam Levine was sending texts to bitches like, yo, that nigga was horny as shit. Like, that nigga dick was, like, beyond hard, but, like, he was whiteboard corny with it. Adam Levine text message. Bro, first of all, I think he's, like, married and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Look what he's texting the side bitches right here. Let me see if I could get it. This is what he's texting these hoes, bro. Like, holy fucking shit. That body of yours is absurd. This is what he's sending to these hoes. Of course, like, to keep it real, Adam Levine's like an amateur. Bro, I've dealt with it. I dated like some stage 11 clingers. Like, bro, you can't even send DMs. Like, you got to do discreet messages. Because honestly, if you date any chick who has a hint of black in them, bro, like, they're the best detective, or hint of black or Spanish. They're the best detectives ever. Adam Levine was just sending DMs, like, not giving a fuck. That's the only perk of messing with a white chick. Like, I've never met a white chick who's, like, super detective. A black chick, a Spanish chick, a mixed chick, oh my God, they're the worst. Look, Adam fucking Levine, bro, like, he don't give a fuck. He says, yo, this is so fucking weird. When you said you were tired, I was going to say maybe Mercury in retrograde, but I never said it. First of all, Adam Levine, yo, let me Google this nigga. Adam Levine. You know what the craziest thing is? And this is another thing what I was trying to tell you about the NLE Chopper thing. Nigga, I was fucking bitches better than the bitches Adam Levine was sexting. Like, I'm like, yo, these hoes is trash. Why the fuck is you, like, being indirect? Tell these bitches your dick hard and you want them to suck it. Facts. Like, yo, you're Adam fucking Levine. Nigga, you ain't Akademiks. Nigga, you Adam Levine. Nigga got 15 million followers. Nigga, I got 15 million followers, man. Bro, first of all, my DM game is trash now. But if I was that nigga, bro, beyond trash. Like, I would just say 2 words to you, and if you not fucking fuck that. He's doing too much talking. Look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. This is how you know you white. You never been exposed. Your girl never went through your shit. He just talking all type of shit. Trippy. Who the fuck says trippy to a fucking potential side bitch? She say, no fucking way. This shit's weird, haha. This nigga must be off some fucking, like ayahuasca or some shit, like some shroom. What the fuck is this nigga doing? First of all, here's the thing. This is the worst part about it. This bitch who's exposing it, mid. Look at this hoe, mid. Like, are you crazy? Like, yo, yo, wait, let me find a shorty. Blah, blah, shared screenshots. Okay, let me try to figure out. This one right here, who's this bitch right here? This one right here. This bitch mid. Don't tell me she's her, because these are good pictures. Like, this chick look pretty decent. This chick, this bitch right here, who he talking to? Bitch look goofy, man. This is the bitch who this is the type of bitch I would probably fly out and leave in a hotel for the whole time. I fuck her once and I'm just like, yo, you're annoying. I'm not. So you're Adam Levine, bro. Like, you're supposed to be fucking the baddest things. Yo, I was having a conversation, right? Trying to tell a shorty. Because women are so delusional. They're like, yo, well, if you gonna fuck other bitches, like, make sure they're bad. And like, the reality of it, you want to tell them, like, yo, we're niggas. Like, we're not trying to just get them bad. We're just trying to get bitches. You know what I mean? So, like, Adam Levine, I guarantee his wife look better than this funky looking bitch right here. But he's gonna fuck her. You feel me? However, this fucking smut is over here trying to expose him. Bro, you know he got a wife and everything. Like, play your fucking role. You heard me? This is how you fuck up a nigga career. Yo, my nigga Tiger Woods would have been broken. What's that nigga, Jack Nicholson? Yo, Jack Nicholson is a bum. Jack Nicholson. Bro, no. It's Jack something. Hold on, let me look it up. Jack Golf. Let me just look. Jack Golf. Let me just type golf. Yeah, Jack Nicholas, bruh. Jack Nicholas versus Tiger Woods. Bro, Tiger would have broken all his fucking records, dog. You know what happened to my man's Tiger? Tiger don't fuck with black bitches. Like, yo, there's certain type of niggas you could tell don't fuck with black bitches, period, bro. Yo, one in the chat. Listen, put it on your mama right now. One in the chat if you could tell the type of black dude that don't fuck with black bitches, period. My nigga Tiger already looked like one. I could name like 5 of them right now. I can name 5 of them right now, bro. Name me 5 black niggas who you know they don't fuck black chicks. Facts. Tiger Woods is one. Nigga, Tiger Woods would rather jerk off, nigga, with sandpaper, nigga, rather than fuck a black bitch. That's a fact. Let's keep it 100. Somebody said Fresh? Yeah, Fresh don't fuck no black bitch. That's true, too. He don't fuck no black bitches. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's 100% fact. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga from Nelk. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to put him on the spot like that. My nigga Salim the Dream. Bro, come on, that nigga don't fuck with nothing named black women, bro. Like, you can see it, bro. Like, this is his type right here, bro. Becky's, nigga. He love chicks with blonde hair, nigga. Like, that's just facts, nigga. Big facts, nigga. Like, you could tell what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with his preference. I ain't tripping on it. Look at him. Think he would never be like this with a black chick. That's a fact. Name a couple more motherfuckers, man, who don't fuck. Now, Jamie Foxx is fuck with some black chicks, I think. He did get Hollywood eyes. You know what I mean? Where he stopped fucking with. Let me see. Now, name some people. Kodak Black? Nah. Kodak be fucking with ratchets. Kodak be fucking with ratchets. Somebody said Bronny. Bronny's a child. We not going to talk about Bronny. Zion Williamson? He don't fuck with. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Kanye one of them too. Kanye don't fuck with no black chicks, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, He be talking about that one black girl he ever dated, nigga. Yo, Kanye's dating history is straight white, nigga. The closest to black was Amber Rose. After that shit, nigga, Julia, what's the nigga's name? What's that bitch name? Kanye, Julia, what's her name? Julia Fox. Like, bruh, this chick is paler than pale. Like, no disrespect. I ain't gonna lie, she probably gonna see us and get mad. I was trying to get her on the pod. But look at this chick right here, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, nigga, she look like, nigga, fuck SPF 60, nigga. She ain't never see the sun ever, nigga. Period. You feel me? Like, Kanye don't like black chicks neither, bro. Like, let's keep it 100. John Legend, I just think John Legend, I ain't even gonna say nothing because the last time I'll keep it 100 now, man, because I'm on Spotify. I'll control my shit, man. I just don't think John Legend like bad bitches, man. I just think, you know, he like the mids. I like the mids too, so it's cool. So I had to throw myself in there I have to soften it. Donald Glover, that's Childish Gambino? Who he fuck with? Childish Gambino. Yeah, he don't, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I never seen him with a bitch, but like, he don't even look like he like black girls, bro. That's facts. Oh, The Weeknd definitely don't fuck with no black girls. Hell fucking no, nigga. But I don't think it's an anti-black girl thing for my nigga Weeknd. He just don't fuck with no bitch that don't do coke. And white girls, I went to Canada, nigga. Bro, I went to Canada, nigga. They invited me to some place. Nigga, they had a fucking, nigga. Bro. Nigga. Fuck Mount Everest, nigga. They had a Mount Everest of coke. When they invited me up into some shit, like, I'm like, where the Henny at? Nigga, it was the largest coke mountain. Nigga, you would have thought Pablo Escobar just dropped this shit off with a fucking 18-wheel truck, bro. I'm like, yo, where the Henny at? They're like, Henny? They're like, bro, everybody's doing the coke. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, the shit was so crazy. They wasn't even doing lines, nigga. It was a mountain of coke. Everybody was just sniffing from a part of the mountain. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I've never seen this shit before. So, and by the way, I went to that club. He made a lot of the shit from, it's called Lost and Found. Yeah. I don't know if you don't like black girls. I think it's just a cocaine type of thing. I think Abe will probably fuck with cocaine back in the day, and white girls do love that cocaine. I ain't gonna hold you. Somebody said they call it a powder room for a reason. That's what they call it? Michael B. Jordan? Nah, Michael B. Jordan fuck with black women, bro. He was just with Lori Harvey. What you talking about, nigga? Boom say, yo, Kanye just dated a black model before Donda? Really? Nigga ain't dating no fucking black model. Cut that shit out, nigga. Somebody said, I can only fuck with black, mixed or Latino? That's cap. That's cap. Yo, look at him. Yo, look at them nappy-haired hoes I flew in from Florida. Them bitches with a dry-ass weave. They were black. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If anybody got a reason not to fuck with black bitches, it's me. All the chicks I fuck, you've never seen a white girl just pop out other than like Selena. But is Selena white? Like, Selena's fucked so many niggas, she bonds would be black. You've never seen like a real white girl like expose me. It's always like some black chicks, bro. Like, I be looking at them like, yo, you? Like, leave it to the other guys. Somebody said, act fuck fat bitches? Oh, I definitely don't. I don't do, yo, this is my motto in life, man. I'm fat, my bitch can't be fat. I like bitches who's a little bit underweight. I don't like them thick bitches like motherfucking Drake. Not with that. Yo, if I'm fat, you fat, what do you think you think we linemen? You think we about to be a 00? I think the perfect relationship is like a 10. I'm fat, you skinny, let's get it popping. Nigga, come on, man. I can't date no bitch with a fupa. Like, you know what I mean? Shit. Like, sometimes I gotta shave my shit down that I could get that extra couple of inches that bitches could really see that, you know what I mean? I'm really Jamaican on them. Like, once I shave the pubic hair off, they be like, oh, holy. Holy. He do got an 8. You know what I mean? Before, he'd be looking like a 6, maybe 5 sometimes. You know, it depends on how horny I am. I was talking about. Somebody said, G-Nack said, how about lose some weight, nigga? Boy, I'm losing weight right now. What's up with you, man? Wiz Khalifa was cracking with you. I love y'all, man. Could I just get, yo, chat, this is like me getting off my little jokes here. I be wanting to be a comedian. I said, what? Somebody said to say all this shit with menace in your stream. Man, fuck out of here. I got to keep it 100 with y'all, man. I want y'all to, you know what I mean? Just be, you know, All right. Anyway, yo, real talk. All right, hold on. Wait, just give me two more people. Give me two more people. Give me two more people. Give me two more people who are black who don't fuck with white girls, who don't fuck with black girls. Let's be honest. Somebody said stop being sexist. Say you like all sizes. Fuck no. I ain't gonna lie. I would fuck Lizzo and type shit, but like me and a fat girl usually can't get along. Like, bro, I'm fat, you fat. Like, yo, nigga, I be watching this one nigga because I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, I have ambitions of being very wealthy in life. You know, I know y'all might think Act made it, but let me tell you this: never stop dreaming. Let me look at this right now. What's this guy name? Hold on, I gotta find this nigga's page. Okay, this nigga right here.
So what's the?
This nigga's so motherfucking fat, right? This is why I can't date a fat.
So
person.
what's
Only
the-
one of us could be fat. I'm fat. I'm fat enough for me and my chick. I gotta date chicks who's skinny. Like, to keep it real, I don't even want a bitch with a BBL. That BBL is just a bunch of fat. I already got all the fat. It's cool. I gotta show you this shit. This nigga was so fucking fat. Hold on. This shit was crazy. This is what I be looking at, bro. I be wanting to be a billionaire, low key. Look at this. This nigga was so fucking fat.
He
This
worked.
shit crazy. Hold on. All right. This nigga got private planes and everything, man. This is why I be like, bro, you gotta dream big type shit. You know what I mean? Look at this. Is it this? Yeah. Oh, look at this. The nigga was so fat. Look. The nigga was so fat. This is one of his private planes he owned. He a rich nigga. He's worth $250 million type shit. You feel me? The nigga hopped up in the plane. He hopped up in his private plane, bro. And the plane tilted over. Like, bruh. You feel me? Like, that's what I'm saying. Two fat motherfuckers can't work, bruh. Like he rich as fuck. So, like, he the only fat nigga that could really be. Look. Look at this. The fucking plane just tilted over type shit. All in. Anyway. All right, bet. Who else? Yo, chat, give me two more people and then we about to move on. Like, we got a lot of shit to be talking about. Loki, we ain't even talk about, we got some good shit to talk about. Jordan Peele don't even, Travis Scott, one of them too. Travis Scott don't fuck with no black chicks, bro. That's facts, bro. First of all, he ain't gonna leave Kylie. You'd be dumb as fuck to leave Kylie. If I'm him, I put about 30 babies in Kylie. Kylie a billionaire, you know what I mean? And Kylie one of them Kardashians, so she always gonna maintain her badness, at least exterior wise. Who knows how Kylie wakes up and look like? Because these chicks look great on the red carpet. Bruh, I remember when motherfucking, you know who I was looking at on the Hulu commercial recently? Look, Hulu. I'm gonna just go to Hulu commercial right now. I'm gonna go to YouTube. They were showing like the Kardashians, like they were showing their it's a what do you call it again? It's a commercial. Look at this shit.
There is.
Let me tell you this, man. I don't know what type of doctors Kardashian have. Yo, Khloe used to be the ugliest bitch like on planet Earth, nigga. Like literally, this bitch used to look like Marc Gasol from like one of them NBA teams, nigga. She literally used to look like, nigga. She used to look like nigga. She used to look like Moscow from motherfucking Money Heist, nigga. She was never bad. Like, I'm keeping it 100 with you. Let me see if I can find it. Is it Moscow? Money Heist? I'm gonna tell you how she really used to look like, nigga. Yeah, nigga, she was looking like this motherfucker right here. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all niggas, man. This how she was fucking looking like for a minute. Let me look at it. Khloe Kardashian. You gotta look. The Kardashians are the only people who get finer and younger with time. Yo, look at Khloe back in 2010. This bitch was looking crazy. Look at this bitch. This bitch looked like she could have been like the fucking. She could have started opposite of Anthony Davis on the fucking Lakers. You know what I mean? Give LeBron a shooter and this chick, Lamar, with some coke, and of course Anthony Davis. They win a chip. Nigga, look how shorty was looking, nigga. Look at this shit. Nigga, she was looking so crazy. They used to be like, bruh, you know you and Kim don't got the same father and mother, right? Bruh, look at her, bruh. Nigga, she was looking like Porzingis or some shit like that, bro. Like, she was looking ridiculous. All of a sudden, She look bad as fuck now, nigga. I don't know what the fuck happened. I ain't gonna lie to you. Back in the day, I used to be like, yo, Tristan, you ain't a real nigga if you don't cheat on her. Now, she be looking so bad, I've been like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I don't know if she got a facelift. Nigga, I don't know what she did to herself, nigga. She's better than a motherfucker right now. She's actually better than Courtney. Courtney used to be the baddest, low-key, but Courtney, she pumped out too many kids. She's washed. Kim started losing weight, but Kim's still number one. Kim number one, Chloe's number two. Actually, no. It's really Kylie, Kim, then Chloe. Chloe used to be behind Rob, nigga. Like, to keep it real, Rob used to look better than this chick, bro. All of a sudden, this bitch bad as a motherfucker now, nigga. I'm telling you, this a fact.
Thing that I'm ready to talk about.
Bro, look at her.
Are having another baby. It's supposed to be a really exciting time, and it's just a different experience. It's hard to watch her in pain.
That's another thing, too. Y'all know this bitch like 68? Nigga, she look like she 43, man. This is ridiculous, man. How are they defeating aging like this? How are these fucking chicks defeating motherfucking aging like this? This is ridiculous.
In pain. But it's a start, and it's just a different experience.
I ain't gonna lie, though. Tristan always gonna get the W, because once I found out he was fucking Jordan Woods, nigga, that was the best W you could ever get, nigga. Jordan Woods, back then, Jordan Woods used to look average type shit. Look at Jordan Woods motherfucking now, nigga. Chat, keep it 100 with you. All right, keep it 100 with me. Name a chick, like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with, like, this is a crazy story. I used to fuck this chick back in college. She was trash. I ain't gonna lie, she was trash. Like, trash, but the pussy was good. The reason why the pussy was good, she ain't fuck a lot of niggas. So, like, I caught her early, but it was one of them joints that you would never tell your niggas about, so it was on some low shit. You know what I mean? She was on me type shit because I was a DJ, whatever. So, I was just fucking when nobody else was around type shit. She was garbage. Like, nigga, I ain't even gonna lie to you, she probably had about, like, 12 teeth in her mouth, bro. I don't know. Yeah, it was one of those. She just had mad iron in her fucking mouth, you know what I mean? So she used to, like, she had a goofy smile, mad teeth missing, but she had a little ass on her type shit. She had an ass. Now, granted, like, she also had, like, this little weird shit. She had glasses on. Like, that's like a double whammy back in college. You got 12 teeth in your fucking mouth, and you got fucking glasses on, and, like, you don't even keep your hair up type shit. Like, you know what I mean? She was kind of corny. So anyway, I used to duff it out, like, on the low. The lowest the low. I would never tell nobody. If my niggas asked me, be like, yo, you hitting? I'm like, hell no, nigga. You crazy? This bitch is ugly. But she did have a fat ass. Nigga, I swear. By the time, so I stayed like 2 years after I should have graduated. So I graduated in 2013. By the time Shorty's graduating, Shorty done fixed every fuck up that was going on with her. Now she really knew how to deal with her hair. Nigga, I don't know what she did. I don't know if it was the braces that grew the other, like, 20 teeth that need to grow in her fucking mouth, but teeth were there, nigga. I don't know what the fuck happened. And also, nigga, all that fucking, she used to have bifocals on. You know that bitch with the huge fucking thick glasses, nigga? All of a sudden, nigga, she must have had, like, some fucking, I don't know. What do you call it again? She had contacts, nigga. Nigga, by that time, I remember telling every nigga, I'm like, yo, you know I used to hit that like a couple years ago, because in reality, it's not about how she used to look. It's about how she look now, nigga. You feel me? Like, look at Jordan Woods. I think my boy Karl Anthony Towns piping around. Salute to my boy. Nah, Tristan was stretching this chick out, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Back when Chloe was looking like Marc Gasol, a fine ting like this come around you? Oh, holy. Of course, nigga. That nigga was running up mileage on her, bro. That's a fact. Salute to that nigga, man. Anyway. Somebody says, what y'all say? Oh, shit, Lace. Yeah, nah, for real, man. Now, Chloe used to look like Marc Gasol. The shit was crazy, bro. Let me Google Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol. Nah, it was around this time right here. This is how Chloe used to look back in the day. You got to catch it with the hair. If you don't catch it with the hair, it don't count. This is how Chloe used to look back in the day. When I say Marc Gasol, this is Marc Gasol back in the day, boy. Real talk. Marc Gasol, let me put Marc Gasol hair. I forgot Marc Gasol like cut the shit and all. Nah, nigga. Gotta catch you with the head back in the day, nigga. Real rap. I already showed y'all the picture. It's all good. Anyway. Ain't tripping on it. Anyway, yo, what I need y'all to do, y'all got to go to Spotify. I just dropped a new episode today, man. Off the Record podcast, we going up. I dropped the episode with YB and Nahmir. Salute to that nigga, man. That nigga finally admitted. He said, Ack, I ain't even going to lie to you. He said, I saw your video, man. You were right. He said, when that chick was in the monkey mask, what's her name? Her name was like Salt or some shit like that. Let me find the monkey mask she was in. Real rap. Look, we got to find when she was in the monkey mask. He said, Ack, I could never be with her after she was in the monkey mask. Real talk, I respect him for that. Let me tell you, as I keep telling y'all, man, your queen is another man's smut. Bro, he said he was thinking about building a family with her. He introduced her to everybody in his family. Bro, as soon as they broke up, another nigga had her in a monkey mask, smutting her out, nigga. Violating her, nothing in her face, all that type of shit. That's just how it goes. He said he learned an important lesson, and I respect him for that because, I wasn't saying it that, oh, you got to take the L. I think I was just really saying it to be like, yo, bro, you got to understand when you claim a chick, it's a lot of times these chicks are using you, and he kind of realized it. So y'all go watch that episode, man. It was a good episode. Real quick. What I want to talk about right now. Oh, hey, y'all don't leave the broadcast, please. I want y'all to leave the broadcast because every time I get into some music business shit, y'all be getting like, oh my God, this is boring, whatever. So, like, let me just explain this shit real quick. Let me explain it. If y'all leave, y'all are whack. But I know y'all not gonna leave. What you want this? I know y'all not gonna leave. All right, bet. This, like, I'm gonna explain this to y'all right now. Okay? Listen, this is why y'all got your boy Akademiks, man. I'm here to break down all this shit for y'all. So it said Future sells his song publishing catalog in an 8-figure deal that includes several #1 songs spanning his first 16 years as a recording artist. Billboard estimates that Future's publishing catalog went for $65 to $75 million. Okay? All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna give y'all some game when it comes to music business. By the way, I think Future sent a tweet out. Let me go to Future tweet. Future. Or is it one Future? It's probably one Future. One Future. I'm giving y'all priceless advice and shit about the industry. He said, yo, unsuccessful people have no clue how success works. Let me tell you this. Everybody in this game is selling their catalog. I'm going to show you two people who sold their catalog. Irv Gotti sells catalog. Okay? Oh, here we go. Irv Gotti strikes $300 million deals for Murder Inc. master recordings. Okay? This is a dub. Let me tell y'all what's going on. First of all, people, it's in the music industry. Let me be very clear. I know Dame Dash and other people have said, oh, it's all about owning. So some people look at this and be like, why would you ever sell something? That's not the way to look at it, especially if your ownership of something, and I'm going to explain it really carefully, but everybody usually sells their catalog at some point. Now, let me explain the difference and what's going on with this Future shit. Future has sold, and I'm reading it verbatim, his song publishing catalog in an 8-figure deal. It includes several #1 songs spanning his first 16 years as a recording artist. Billboard estimates that Future publishing catalog went for $65 to $75 million. Now, I want to explain this to y'all because this is the thing about the music business. By the way, yo, chat, I think I might be kicking off a Patreon soon. Like, I think it really hit me and be like, yo, bro, you be giving out just too much free game. These motherfuckers don't respect it. They don't even understand it. But if you want to at least kick some knowledge for the niggas who really care about it, let them like really tap in. I might do that. Anyway, here's the thing. I'm going to explain this to you. Future is not selling his masters. He's selling his publishing catalog. Now let me explain what that is. When you drop songs as an artist, you get paid from a lot of different sources, right? One of the ways you get paid is publishing. If you write on a song, you get publishing. If you produce on a song, you get publishing, right? So ATL Jacob has publishing on Wait For You and all these other songs, okay? Now, what does that mean? Publishing is usually, if it's played on radio, there's usually a percentage or a fee that has to get paid to all the people who are credited with the song. If it's put in a movie, people would have to pay, which would eventually go into publishing. Publishing is basically the licensing of that person's music for after it's been released. It doesn't mean you own the music. I hope you're understanding me. So when it says Future sells his publishing catalog, it doesn't mean that Future doesn't own at least partially some of the master catalog. Now, again, let me explain it. Every artist signs publishing deals. I'm going to give you, remember I was talking about Blueface, and I said, yo, here's the thing about why there's so much money in music. If I'm an artist, I'll use Glorilla. Glorilla got a song, I'm F-R-E-E, fuck nigga free, okay? Say she gets 2 other records and a few others. And I'm also use Ice Spice. She got that Munch song, let she get a couple others. There's going to be a company that comes in that says, yo, we want to give you a publishing deal, okay? Now, what that deal usually is, and every artist gets offered this is how these artists get paid a lot of times. Say Glorilla, someone's going to come to her and be like, yo, let me see what Glorilla, I'm guessing all this stuff, right? So I haven't really evaluated her catalog, but I'm just spitballing. Somebody might come to her and be like, yo, by the way, she signed to CMG already. So from now on, and probably even her back catalog is owned by CMG. CMG has a joint venture with Interscope Records. Interscope Records is under Universal. I hope you're following me. So basically her catalog is pretty much not independent anymore. It's all rolling up under a major. Now, if she's smart, which I'm pretty sure she should be, she should have had a lawyer, but who knows, Gotti came to her, who knows how that goes. She should own a percentage of her master. Definitely not the full thing. She's not on an independent major, independent label. So she should own a part of it. I'm pretty sure Gotti will own a part of it, especially going forward, or maybe even the majority, depending on how much money he gave her. And possibly Interscope will own some of it as well. Okay. I might be... I was reading a YouTube comment recently, and people were like, yo, sometimes you feel like your audience too dumb when in reality we understand what you're saying. So I'm going to just keep going. All right, cool. So let me keep explaining. After a few songs that are very successful, a publishing, a company is going to offer her a publishing deal to say, hey, listen, for your publishing for these songs and maybe for your next album or two, we'll give you $4 million right now. Probably won't be $4 million, probably be like 2.5 or maybe 3. Okay? Actually, I think 2 to 2.5 would probably be the number. They're going to offer her that money. What does that mean? A publishing deal. This is a publishing deal I'm talking about. A publishing deal is going to say, for all the publishing revenue that your song will earn, we're going to front you that money, and we're going to wait the time. Usually that's for like 3 years or like 4 years or a couple albums. We'll wait the time to collect. You get what I mean? So a lot of these deals, they're saying, we'll give you the lump sum, we'll get paid later. Okay, so those are publishing deals, which are basically they're leasing what the publishing on your records are going to make. When you sell it, which again, this is not a publishing deal where it returns. I'm going to show Kanye West's deal shortly. Kanye West had a deal for like 10 years. He got a lot of money, but it required him to put out new music because these days we're in streaming, and when you keep putting out music, your back catalog makes more money. Okay, so what does this mean? And this is the bare bones of it. I'm not trying to confuse y'all. Future owns his publishing. He's probably done publishing deals on these songs already, so he's got millions off of these songs already. But here's the thing. Future's catalog, and by the way, it's about 750 songs he has in his catalog because it's going from 2000 and it's early 2000, it might be before 2010 to 2020. It's about 750 songs, right? This is how it works. I got to pull up a calculator. Well, could y'all see the calculator? Anyway, the reason why Billboard estimates he got paid 65 to 75 million, divide that by about like 8 to 9, okay? And some people usually say 10, right? Divide that by about like 10, or some people might even say 15, right? Like when we get to the Kanye conversation, it's a 30x multiplier. And I know y'all might be like, yo, this is getting complicated. This is why I'm a math major. I'm trying to break it down for y'all. What happens is the money that Future would make on publishing in a year, for them to buy his catalog, they're going to give him like 10 to 15 times that. So basically, who knows what might happen in the future, but Future will get 10 to 15 years, 10 to 15 times what he would make in 1 year of his catalog. And I'm going to tell you why it's advantageous for Future, because a lot of people, and this is why Future tweeted out, unsuccessful people can't understand success. By the way, the same thing's happening for a lot of artists. A lot of people just sold their either publishing, or sometimes they might sell their parts to the masters. The reason why is, especially artists like Future, Youngboy, and other artists like that, they make so much music that, I'll give you the case with Youngboy. He was offered a lot of money to sell his catalog, and he entertained it for a while. The reason why he's going to entertain it, when Youngboy is all said and done, Youngboy's going to have 3 to 4 catalogs. So if somebody comes to you and says, here's I don't know, $40-50 million for your catalog from this time period, knowing that you're going to drop 20 more albums in the next 5 years, say for Youngboy, or for Future, you're going to drop, I don't know, 10 albums in the next 5 years. You know your new catalog is going to be worth more than what your old catalog is. So it's one of those things where, like, I hope y'all understanding me in the sense of, people keep talking ownership, but when you own something and you're diluting the pool by putting a lot of other music in it and other new music, how much is it really going to pay you? So basically, these dudes are just getting the money up front and they're making new music. You're going to see Youngboy sell his catalog or sell his publishing. You're going to see Future just did it. Yo, you get a quick $75 million and then Future about to drop 4 or 5 tapes. He dropped 4 or 5 tapes and he waits. They always say it takes about 5 years to build a catalog. 5 years. Or it'll take, there's a particular amount of songs. That's usually the litmus test. Or it'll take like 5 years. Future going to keep putting out music. He's going to have another catalog to sell again. These are publishing. He still owns the masters, or his portion of the masters to all these particular projects. So for people who are saying this is dumb, this is not dumb. This is how the music business goes. Okay? When you are an active artist, there is nothing wrong with selling your old work when you know yours. And by the way, oh my God. I feel like I am trivializing, which this is a huge topic. So I know y'all might be like, oh, damn, he just sold everything for $75 million. Keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, one of the reasons why he would also sell it, number one, he's gotten advances and he's gotten paid out to make these projects from the label, right? So any type of royalties, he's not looking to cash out on these things in royalties. He's already got mad advances, right? He's just not trying to say, oh, I need to wait 30 years to get this money or 20 years to get this money. Give me a fucking 15x multiplier And rather waiting 15 years, give me this money now, and I could use that money for something else. Also, for him, he's looking at it like in 15 years, that catalog won't be worth what it's worth now because I'm going to drop 20 more albums. So when I drop 20 more albums, what you just bought for $75 million is worth considerably less. I hope that makes some sense. So, bro, everybody sells their fucking, like, everybody does it, bro. Everybody does it. Like, put like this. And by the way, you're probably saying, oh no, Future is finessing them then. If I'm going by your definition, Future is finessing them. No, the fucking company, right? The fucking company that bought Future's shit is $1 billion funded company. They're going to use Future's catalog. They're going to make their money back because on publishing, if you get a movie to license, I don't know, Codeine Crazy or Mask Off or whatever the case is, a lot of that money goes towards publishing. If you control or you're involved in that space and you own the publishing for the artist, okay, cool. Now Future's music is going to get even bigger because now they're going to try to do these deals with movie companies and TV shows to try to get Future's music licensed there because all the money that comes in, remember they paid Future 75. They got forever and a day to try to license all these songs to try to get that money back. However, Future might not be able to like go leverage with Sony Pictures or whatever the case is to get that there. But whatever this $1 billion company that gave them the 75, they're going to be able to do it. So they're going to make the money back. You know what I mean? It's kind of win-win for everybody. Future is going to anytime you see an artist, especially when they're active, sell their catalog, they're about to drop mad more music. You get what I mean? Kanye has sold. Kanye sells publishing, retire. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God. Okay. Look, Kanye did a publishing deal, 2019. Kanye's publishing contract does not allow him to retire. This is what everybody does. Again, publishing is basically people licensing the use of your music. Okay? Different than traditional song royalties, which are the sales of your music. Okay? Now, you might get like usually people will sign with a publishing, company or they'll have their publishing being collected by BMI or ASCAP or whatever the case is. So when internet radio plays a song, they have to pay maybe 0.0004 cents every time that song is played, every time Pandora plays it. You get me? They got to pay it to the publishing. Now, if you're a huge artist, it builds up. Okay? Now, here's the thing. When artists are signing these publishing deals, they just want the money up front because they don't want to wait, right? And I'm going back to 2019 because Kanye had signed a publishing contract. We're going to read through this. It says, slavery is not a term to be thrown around lightly, but if Kanye West's statements about last year's slavery being a choice were out of bounds, he's taking more of a prince-like tactic in his ongoing efforts to extract himself from his record and publishing contracts, as noticed by The Hollywood Reporter. The publication points towards a provision in his publishing contract with EMI, which was redacted from the public viewing at the time the lawsuit was filed, blah, blah, blah. You, Mr. West, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to try to get to something. A music publishing source tells Variety that the wording is common in publishing contracts, particularly... all right, hold on. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So this was a term in Kanye's publishing contract. So in a publishing deal he signed, he got money up front, and I think they owned half of his publishing. However, when they own half of your publishing, sometimes they'll put in clauses in there to say, Kanye, you can't retire. You have to still do music, because they know if Kanye goes just straight into fashion, his music might be worth less. So they're saying that Kanye cannot retire after they paid him the money, right? That's essentially what was in the deal. And it says, you, Mr. West, hereby represent and warrant that to EMI you will, throughout the term extended to this modification, remain actively involved in writing, recording, producing compositions and major label albums, as your principal occupation, which means he cannot quit music and go to be a fashion designer or some other shit. At no time during the term will you seek to retire as a songwriter, recording artist, or producer, or take any time at the extended hiatus during which you are not actively pursuing your musical career in the same basic manner as you have pursued such a career to date. Essentially, what they're trying to say is, we know if you keep doing music, this catalog, we could make this amount of money off. However, if you quit doing music, it's not going to be the same. So they put in the contract, you cannot retire, essentially, right? A music publishing source, blah, blah, blah. The key phrase is at no time during the term, which is basically saying we're about to give you a big advance. It's not time for you to decide to become a painter next week. I just said that, right? However, West's contract with EMI, blah, 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 has been renewed several times. Here we go. This is the point I'm trying to tell you. Every artist signs a publishing deal. 6ix9ine got $4 or $5 million. Trippie Redd got $4 or $5 million from a publishing deal. Most people, they do publishing deals where they'll quote unquote sell their publishing and they get it back after 10 years. You get what I mean? But that's a company placing a gamble to say, you're hot now. Like, for example, right? Let me give you a good example, right? Jack Harlow, right? If I gave Jack Harlow $4 million to own his publishing for every song you put out till now, I know Jack Harlow's stock going to keep going up and up. If I own that publishing for 10 years, granted, say I knew the publishing would probably going to pay him, on increments of like 1 million and 2 million and 3.5, and it's going to keep going up for 10 years, I'll give him I'll give him $6 million as a deal. I'll give him $6 million as a publishing deal. He gets that up front. Overall, over 10 years, I probably make $12 million. I gave him 6 cash. And after the, so we both make money. So I make money for waiting. He makes money just for getting it immediately. And after the 10 years, he gets his shit back. So that's how a publishing deal normally works, right? His bid, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. It makes no difference. Okay. So this was with EMI, right? Okay, cool. This was in 2019. I don't know what happened with that. Let me Google. Kanye publishing EMI. It's always important to know. So Kanye, he settled a lawsuit with them. Okay. Oh, shit. They're fucking with me on this site. They want me to log in. Oh, Variety. They never want me to pay. Kanye and music publisher EMI have ended their legal dispute according to court documents. Settled for an undisclosed amount. The document removes reason part. Please take note. The plaintiffs, give me my point. All right, cool. Let me see. What does it say? Okay, so either Kanye probably gave some money back or they probably amended the time or some shit like that. And this was like the longer thing. Anyway, the point what I'm trying to say, and I know I'm long-winded with this, like, if you want to know the business of music is really complicated. I try to like break shit down, but like it's not everything that could be just really super easily understood. Future took a win here. There's a lot of people selling. This is a good time to sell your publishing catalog. I'm going to tell you another reason why this is good. These companies, right, that's buying these publishing catalogs, they're making big plays within the space out as we speak. So they're down to overpay a little bit. So I know you're probably used to people waiting until they're retired to sell their some of their catalog, whether it's masters or publishing. These days, people are selling these things while they're active because a lot of these companies are angling for some bigger play. So Future getting $75 million for his back catalog, right? Say this fucking catalog was probably making him, I don't know, I'm just guessing here, $3 to $4 million a year. It was making him $3 to $4 million a year. They give him $75 million, right? Cool. Number one, he got advances for all those albums, right? So fuck the royalties on it. He got advances, big ass advances for all them joints. He's been paid up for all them joints already. So this is just extra money that you don't have to wait to collect. It's like, if you win the lottery, Do you want it? Do you want the $1 billion over the rest of your life, or are you willing to take 700 million immediately? A lot of people be like, give me the 700 million immediately. I don't know how long I'm gonna live. I don't know how. Give me the money right now. I could flip that money. You see that $75 million he's gonna get? He's gonna get that in cash. He could flip that cash quickly rather than wait 20 years to get $75 million. And here's the best part about it. Future is going to drop mad more projects. I think Future might drop another project this year. He's definitely going to drop another one next year, right? And I forgot what the rule of thumb is because I talked to a lot of industry guys. They usually say around 5 years you build a catalog, but I think it's also like about like 3 major projects. 3 major projects are 5 years. So remember, the 75 million he got only goes to 2020. So this new album isn't sold. So the publishing for the new album with Wait For You and all these other songs ain't sold, right? So from 2020 to 2025, he's going to build a new catalog that he could probably sell for another $30 million. And he's signing new record deals that is probably going to pay him at least 5 to 10 on every particular project, right? Bruh, he's just collecting cash. You get what I mean? I'm giving y'all the reasons why these artists are taking these deals is because why sit back knowing how uncertain this business is, and why sit back and wait for the shit when you know you're going to put out mad more music? So Future's going to flood the market. Youngboy's going to flood the market. They're going to have 10 other albums, new catalog, and they're going to be able to flip it for the same amount of money. So this is not a dumb deal. That's all I was trying to tell y'all, all right? Hopefully I didn't confuse y'all. I wasn't confusing y'all with like trying to explain all of that, but this is phenomenal. Okay? Like, I'll give y'all a tidbit. They wanted to buy the publishing for Youngboy's album for $30 million. You know, from a certain time period. And it's one of those things where, you know, I think they were thinking about, but they wanted to drive up the price. But think about this. Youngboy drops 4 to 5 projects a year. So if you're trying to get, say you want to get 20 of his projects, Youngboy's on like his 25th project now. So pretty much every like 3 years, he could just squeeze out motherfucking $30-40 million out of people. Still getting advances, still getting all this other shit. So it's a lot going on. All right. Hopefully that didn't confuse you out a lot. If you are interested in the music business, I'll give a lot more detailed breakdown, but probably at a different time. Interestingly enough, I didn't expect to see this shit. So PNB Rock. This is what I was thinking in my hearts of hearts. And when I did an interview with him, I didn't ask him. But I remember with X, and this is just honestly to my soul. When I heard about X dying and I heard how it happened, I didn't need to hear more. I knew X to be the nigga who, I don't care if I was trying to steal $5 from him, he would not give it up. He would not give it up. X was one of those people who was also very, you know, he was kind of, I want to say spiritual, but he was into like a different type of dimension where I think he also believed that, you know, he was so big on energy that he feel like if he defied or he lived in a certain energy that other energies couldn't fuck with him. So if you ask me, I think X he just wasn't giving it up and them dudes killed him. And no matter what you want to say, everybody who's in the energy, this, that, and third, man, a bullet, a gun, unforgiven. I don't know if that's the case with PNB Rock. That I never asked him that. I never asked him like, yo, well, would you give it up? Because let me tell you this, a lot of dudes who we see in a casket, in a grave, a lot of them, they're those guys. They won't give it up. Chinks drugs. Well, actually, no. Let me go back to Stack Bundles. Stat Buttons was being robbed, and allegedly he just didn't want to give it up. They killed him. Chinx Drugs was more like a hit, so sorry for mentioning that. X, I feel like, just wouldn't give it up. I don't know if this was a situation with PNB Rock where he just wouldn't give it up. However, police have came out to say, well, it's not really about giving it up. They feel like it was a hit. They feel like this particular person had more incentive than just robbing him, and that murder was probably on their mind or one of the reasons why they ran down on PNB Rock, which is kind of spooky. I never asked that question to PNB Rock. I know his girl is going through it. That got to be like very. That is heartbreaking, traumatizing, everything. I know a lot of y'all want to be like, oh, it's the girl who did it, but I'm not saying that maybe her putting the location didn't help, but this feels like there was a little bit more to it. Now, do I believe she was wrong? Fuck yes. A lot of y'all women need to know how to chill, man. Y'all keep dating these celebrity niggas and y'all want to keep doing regular bitch shit. Y'all want to go out to a fucking Roscoe Chicken and Waffles and put up a location just to let other bitches know you're on a date. That ain't a wave, man. But I don't know if I could blame him for or blame her for his death. I have to be honest. I gotta be honest. PNB Rock was laid to rest today. He was a Muslim man. The family's been fighting with the city of Los Angeles as they did autopsies and other investigative, tests to try to figure out what happened and gain more information. And family, apparently, because of his faith, the family wanted to get his body as quickly as possible. That because apparently in his faith, when you die, you're supposed to get buried quickly. They didn't release the body for a while, but they did release it, and he was laid to rest apparently today. God rest his soul of Raheem Allen, a.k.a. PNB Rock. The police threw a monkey wrench into this shit. They're looking in Atlanta, and they're contacting the police in Atlanta to see what the situation was when PNB Rock was there. Who was beefing with him? Who might have had a problem with him? Which tells a lot of people that the police feels like it just wasn't a robbery. It was probably some dudes who didn't like him, some dudes he was into it with, who got the drop on him. Did they try to rob him? Yes. But it's the same thing when it comes to Lil TJ. Apparently the dude who shot Lil TJ didn't fuck with him either. But he was trying to rob TJ as an example. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I see everybody keep bringing up this Empire angle, right? Empire dead artist. Let me put this into perspective. I've seen a lot of people do this. There's like a meme or something going around. Okay. First of all, this is wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong. Empire, salute to Ghazi, but obviously he won't. He or the people there won't really explain it. Let me explain what Empire is. Empire is a distribution label. If there was a label that wanted PNB Rock dead, it would have been Atlantic. It would have been Empire. Atlantic owned PNB Rock's masters, his previous recordings. They have all the rights to it, the controlling rights, and they gained the majority of the revenue from his past music that he recorded on Atlantic. Atlantic recently dropped him. Atlantic recently dropped a lot of people. Dropped Nahmir, dropped Meek Mill, dropped PNB Rock, dropped a lot of people. I told you they even intend to not re-sign a bunch of people, even including Kodak Black. Empire does not own the masters of any of the artists you see. What does that mean? They're a distribution company. They give a certain amount of money as an advance, and they recoup it on a distribution profit. Which means they don't own the person's music, they don't own the estate, they don't get to eat off of it forever. When those distribution deals are up, the family of King Von, PNB Rock really ain't putting nothing out on Empire. That's why somebody who made this is just wrong. 99% of PNB Rock's catalog is on Atlantic Records, not Empire. Young Dolph's Masters is owned by his family. Mo 3's Masters is owned by Mo 3, or at least his family. Empire is a record label that, if it was any other label, maybe you could make some sense of it. X's Masters is owned by his mom. It's owned by the estate. And if you ever see how X's mom lived, like, X's mom is Mariah Carey. X's mom is fucking just, but as she should be. Her son was going to be one of the richest niggas in music, period. And now she's getting the money, so fuck that. But the point what I'm trying to say, whether it's Drake or the Ruler, I didn't even know Fireboy DML was on it. Mo 3, X, Young Dolph, PNB Rock really was barely on it. Probably did like a song or two. Or King Von. Empire doesn't benefit from them. Empire, it's not like, for example, Pop Smoke is signed to Steven Victor. Steven Victor had him in the major label system. Steven Victor's getting the bag off that. Obviously the family too, because you'd be an asshole not to cut the family in, but Empire not really eating off these artists that passed away. And if that's your case, it would be basically saying, yo, iTunes is getting a killing. iTunes gets 30% off any sale, any stream, any transaction on the Apple platform. I think Empire probably takes at max 30% too. So if you're gonna say that Empire's benefiting all these guys' deaths, so is Apple, iTunes. All right. Anyway, please stop with that Empire shit. It's just, somebody said life insurance. No, bro. No. Empire not getting none off of this. Now, granted, they probably have certain deals with people where, like, they have certain type of ownership or certain type of, like, first look or first preference with their catalog that probably does help Empire, but it's like, if you're gonna gain the most off an artist dying, you want to own their shit completely. Like, if you're signed to Atlantic, they own you. If you're signed to Interscope, they own you. You signed to Epic, they own you. Why would the niggas who own you the least want you dead? Because if they own you the least, they make the least amount of money off owning you. because they don't own you. Now they need you to put out more music that they can make money, but now you're dead. X and King Von would have been huge. X would have been huge. Let's be honest. X would have been like a top 2 artist, top 3 artist in the game. All right. What else? Empire Future Soul's catalog. We talk about Wack, PNB Rock. Oh shit. Real quick, man. Yo, August Alsina, man. I don't know why you ran up on Tory Lanez thinking that like this nigga was built like Will Smith, man. Like, bro, cut it out, brother. Apparently, after August didn't want to dap up Tory pulled up on him, and August started bucking. And this is how August was talking in the parking lot to Tory.
What up? I hate when niggas don't keep the same energy with me. What energy? Why did you speak on my business online, brother? And you, what is this? What up?
Okay. First and foremost, I think this audio only serves for us not to feel too bad for August Alsina. Tory gotta chill. You're on bail. You can't beat niggas up. You can't be a danger to the community. You can't be a flight risk. You can't be certain things because you could be locked up. Your freedom is hanging in the balance. The DA's not playing with you. Meg is starting to get quiet. Meg used to run her fucking mouth. Meg is getting quiet. She's working with the DA. Now Kelsey's popping up. If you don't know, his trial was almost started. Look, Kelsey Tory Lanez's trial. My bad. Kelsey showed up. So if you don't know, after the shooting or during the shooting or before, there's 4 people that was there. Tory, Meg, the best friend, bodyguard. The bodyguard is Tory's bodyguard, so he gonna get Tory's back. Meg is saying Tory shot me. Tory's saying I ain't shoot her. Who's the other person who's neutral? Kelsey Harris. Meg is saying Tory offered Kelsey money to basically hold him down. Kelsey's saying that's not true. However, there was some text messages that allegedly Kelsey might have sent the night of where initially she said Tory shot Meg. Now the state has Kelsey come in as a witness for them that they're going to question when the trial starts. So they're going to look at her and say, did you send these texts saying that Tory shot Meg? Now, if she says yes, they're going to say why. Now, she can say a lot of things, but what answer they're looking for is for her to say, well, I said that Tory shot Meg because that's what I saw. Now, maybe she says, oh, no, that's what Meg said. I don't know. They're potentially going to use everything to fucking put a full court press against Kelsey and also probably even try to perjure her. So I've always said that she's going to be the key to this case, but it's important that we all know she's one of the lead witnesses that the prosecutor is going to call for, which also then we got to think about it. Let's think about it on some wild shit. Maybe Tory had promised Shorty money like, yo, bro, don't say nothing. The case is up and popping now. Money can't help you. They're trying to send people to jail for perjuring. Now she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to just tell the truth. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I had a theory, and I thought Kelsey shot her. Because, of course, Kelsey was trying to fight with her the whole time. I don't know what it is, bro. Why y'all saying Charlamagne's talking crazy? I don't think he's talking crazy. Charlamagne Sosa. Y'all in y'all feelings. That's what's going on. Send me a link. Charlemagne, Chief Keef. Oh, okay. So this is the clip right here. Look.
I just wish that Wayne would have flexed a little bit more on some Wayne.
I think he flexed as much as he could at this point in his career.
He's the third most influential rapper of all time.
Who's the first two? Drake and Hov?
Kanye and Jay. No, he's four. Kanye, well, I'm not going to say the order number, but it's four. Kanye, Jay, Pac, Wayne.
You got
four most influential rappers of all time.
In there now too.
Not the four.
No.
Not the four.
No.
Five.
You know why I don't put Chief Keef in there? Because Chief Keef didn't influence like the world. He influenced a sound of a region. Yeah. He didn't influence the world. Those four people I named literally influenced people all over the world. Kanye, Jay, Wayne. Who did I say? Kanye, Jay, Wayne, and Pac.
I think.
He's right. The fuck? Wait, why are y'all upset about this? He's right. Chief Keef. So I think the title sends people off. Chief Keef is one of hip hop's most influential artists, but his explanation is also right. So I'll disagree to say I'm throwing Chief Keef as one of the most influential artists. However, Charlemagne's explanation saying Chief Keef was only, within the United States and blah, 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 and he's thinking on an international level, that's right too. Chief Keef's influence internationally isn't close to Jay, Wayne, Pac, or Kanye. That's fact. Internationally. Now, does it mean that he's not influential at all? No. Keef is definitely, especially of modern artists. Put like this. And there's a list of artists who I think are really good in the U.S. that you would have Keef on that list with. If you're going to mention an influential artist like Tree or List, and you start saying Gucci, you got to put Sosa on it. You got to put Boosie on that. You know what I mean? And who else? Sosa, Gucci, Boosie. Who else? Yo, chat. Chief Keef is not, brother. If that nigga was that big internationally, he would have been going international tours. Like, people know Keef, but like his influence, other than drill being popping, unless that's if you want to give him, that's the influence, okay. I'm not giving drill only to Sosa. This one says Cardi Thug. All right. Yeah, no, I'm Chief Keef is one of the most hip hop's most influential artists. He, to me, just isn't the he isn't the most globally influential. I'll say that. All right, let me see what else. I pretty much got to everything. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow again, daytime. Oh, yo, this shit was crazy right here. Y'all want everybody to pray for my man Blueface, yo. Pray for Krishan Rock. Bro, I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, yo, us men, a lot of us men, we have been in an abusive relationship. It's hard to, get out of these situations because, let me tell you this, these days, women, like, yo, I seen Blueface tell this chick, like, yo, I got $100,000 for you to leave me. She won't leave. She's punching him in the eye every 2 days. Like, my dude got a permanent black eye, bro. She's punching him in the eye, violating him. Obviously loves her in some capacity, but you look at this relationship and you're like, damn, if he even moves an inch when it comes to her, like, his whole shit is done if it's not done already. But look at this type of toxic behavior. She's sitting next to him. It's not like some fashion show. He's looking at his phone. Just look at her, bro. Just look. She all on this phone, bro. She all on this phone. Let me tell you, a girl like this is just, it's not good for business, man. She's always looking for something to argue with. Why you text her that? Why you put this emoji there? Yo, why you DM her? Why you like this picture? Like, a chick like this, bro, is just horrible. And, you know, I don't want to violate because I don't know what Blueface sees in her. But the only thing I'm going to say about Blueface got to watch an episode of Fresh and Fit, man. Blueface, put your fucking foot down, nigga. You got your girl running you in this relationship, nigga. Like, nigga, come on, put your foot down, bro. Like, she punch you in the eye every 20 seconds. She ripping off your chain. She ripping your shirt. She violating you, brother. Like, dog, you're the star. Like, my nigga, like, she's probably a very special human, a very special woman, but, like, dog, you could get another girl. Like, this chick is just running over this nigga. This is crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. What else? Chat. I was already lit when I got on stream, so I'm gonna hop off stream real quick. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. Probably early morning. Look for me about 11 to 12. So from 11 to 12 o'clock tomorrow, I'm gonna be back on stream, and we'll be back here to finish up the rest of the topics. This is what y'all could do. Follow me at Akademiks. Okay, so at Akademiks right here. I want y'all to DM me what topics I didn't talk about, because I hate these shorter streams. I only gave y'all 2 hours today, but I had to get on here just for a little bit. I know we didn't talk about the Twitch stuff. Twitch banned gambling. They also did some weird stuff when it comes to allocating like percentages. I'll talk briefly about that because I am a Twitch streamer. What else? Oh, talk to Phoenix Suns owner. Yo, please. Yo, somebody write these down, or like, yo, even just like put it in like in the Discord. Y'all gotta get in the Discord. Write it down like in like, oh, topics Act missed or some shit like that. Put it in the Act Reacts channel real quick. I still gotta log into this computer right here just to see what it is. But just put the topics I missed and I could like, you know, hit them the next time. I'll be back on tomorrow, yo. I love y'all so much. I've been streaming the most I've ever streamed ever. I've had the best numbers I've ever had ever. The podcast is doing well. Thank y'all. Praise be to God. We the number one hip hop podcast as usual. One of the fastest rising and one of the most. I think we're top 100 right now, just all over. Number one in hip hop, or number one in music actually. Top 100 overall. We compete with Joe Rogan, all those people. You know, it is what it is. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have made everything kind of pop for me. So my main channel, stream, podcast, and I appreciate it. So tomorrow I'm gonna get back on here, talk some shit with y'all. Please, everybody go get some rest. Make sure you stay focused, and just focusing on y'all dreams, man. And I appreciate all of y'all. Okay, I love me. I love you too, 100%. Yo, tomorrow I'm gonna be back on tomorrow, 100%. All right. I'll be back on tomorrow. Like, we got to get to the shit, man. And also, to keep it real, my chick that was with me, she was getting me mad lit before streaming. Like, she was like, oh, no, you're not about to stream. I'm like, no, I got to stream. Niggas miss me. Yo, I feel like I missed mad topics. Yo, please, just send me the topics, bro. Please. I'll be going to Shade Room for some topics too, but just because some of the stuff I don't really answer. Oh, Tiffany Haddish settled her shit. Ooh, Ruby Rose with the implants. Oh yeah, we got shit to talk about. Chat, I'm like tomorrow. It might be a me and Pluto stream, so I might have my dog with me. Got to talk about Ruby Rose. They said she got a breast implant. Tiffany Haddish settled her shit. What else is going on in the streets? Diddy applying pressure with Young Miami. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Diddy's a fucking pimp. That nigga got Young Miami like in a 360 contract, nigga. He put her ass on Revolt, nigga. And nigga, she over here producing content for his network. He's running around fucking mad other hoes. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm supposed to interview his son like 2 days from now. Yo, what should I ask his son? I'm supposed to interview King Combs. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just don't give a fuck no more. You know what the question I'm gonna ask him? I'm like, yo, bro. Yo, do y'all rock, paper, scissors, shoot for who fucks these bitches, bro? Cause like, did he be fucking the same hoes as like his sons, bro? Like, I'm gonna just ask him, bro. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Let me see what else. If y'all got any questions, I ask it. I don't give two fucks, yo. Diddy and this, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's be dope. Nigga, I hope I have some sons where we could rock, paper, scissors, shoot, be like, yo, who finna fuck her? Like, that's how it go. That's how it go. By the way, everything legal. You know what I mean? Every girl over, like, they be fucking chicks over 25, so they good. Let me see what they talking about here. All right. This nigga Raz B, man. Holy. Oh, we had Roddy Ricch who put out a statement. Okay, Roddy Ricch. Oh, Kodak who called out somebody. Oh, yeah, I got to get back on tomorrow. All right, chat. Y'all, I love y'all, man. I'm about to go get a quick nap in real quick. I love y'all. Yo, Boom. Is Boom on? Boom, you bitch. Is Boom on? Oh, Boom on. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to host this bitch ass nigga right now. Host. Hey, Lil Boom. Hey, yo, y'all go watch this stream. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. That's my nigga right there. Love y'all. Chat nigga shit. We all rise. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna host him. I'm gonna get off. Hosting it started. I'm off. Oh, let me see.